All right, and one thing that's very important to remember here is that never in the history of humanity, has there been such widespread systematic destruction of human life under any guise, especially not under the guise of medicine. In past civilization, child sacrifice was rare, hidden, and condemned by even many of the most brutal societies. Today, it is industrialized, normalized, and I'm sorry to say, even celebrated. Right? It's a woman's right, women's liberation and suffrage and all this stuff. It's celebrated. It's really ridiculous. There is never, at any point in history, any kind of atrocity that has ever happened like this. This is unprecedented, right? So, no other era, right? No other era has seen an entire segment of the human population redefined out of existence by a simple change in language. Well, this is a crime that has no precedent, not in scale, not in method, and not in deception. And the world has seen horrific atrocities, genocide, slavery, mass killings, but even in those cases, the perpetrators admitted that lives were being taken. In this case, the victims are denied their humanity entirely. So certainly not on this channel. We are not going to. We were going to honor these victims, and we are not going to deny them humanity. We are celebrating their lives. They have. They are alive, and they have been created, right? And it was a very valuable gift that was bestowed upon us, but unfortunately they were killed by this ridiculous kind of birth control pill. So this crime is so insidious that most of the public doesn't even recognize it as murder, and those who do are silenced, ridiculed, and dismissed. So that's what's going to happen with me. And nobody's going to take this seriously, and they're going to continue with their bubble. And the bubble that I mean, of course, is they're living in a lie. I mean, your truth is my truth, and all this stuff. No, no, no. These babies did exist, and they are being killed. There's no my truth and your truth. No, there's none of that. Right? This is really happening. It happened, and the child has died, and that's the problem. I mean, the child has died. You're getting into something really messy here. Well, it's the greatest crime that ever happened. Right? So there has never been a time in history where so many people were convinced that mass killing was not only acceptable but a human right. Well, can you imagine? Right? They are convinced. They are convinced, and it's a type of hive mind or something like that. That is a type of social engineering, or what is it? But anyway. Future generations, if they survive this era, eh, we'll look back in horror at what was done in the name of healthcare. Those who are responsible doctors, especially the doctor that I did file a complaint in about pharmaceutical companies, policymakers, will have to answer for their role in the greatest and most hidden crime in human history, which is what I'm covering right now. Hey, man, this is some messy stuff. It is the greatest crime that has ever happened in history. Yeah, it's the greatest crime that has ever happened in history, and I'm not exaggerating by any stretch. This is a serious topic. Thank you very much for tuning out. See you guys in the next video.